In one of the most shocking fraud convictions involving Indian origin businessmen in the United States, two brothers from Pennsylvania, Vaskar Savani and Arun Savani, now face a combined 835 years in prison after a federal jury found them guilty of running a decade-long criminal enterprise involving H-1B visa fraud, healthcare fraud, money laundering and tax evasion. The case has drawn additional attention because the brothers had earlier posted photos on social media posting with FBI Director Kash Patel even while they were under investigation. Who are the Savani brothers? The convicted brothers Bhaskar Savani and Arun Savani are Indian origin residents of Pennsylvania who ran a network of dental clinics and related business under a conglomerate known as Savani Group. Bhaskar Savani, a trained dentist, controlled the group's dental practices while his brother Arun Savani oversaw the company's finance and property holdings. Over more than a decade, investigators say that the brothers built a complex web of companies and associates to run multiple fraudulent schemes aimed at exploiting both government programs and foreign workers. The 835 years prison sentence. After a lengthy federal investigation and trial, a jury convicted the brothers on multiple criminal charges, including racketeering conspiracy, visa fraud and conspiracy to commit visa fraud, healthcare fraud, money laundering, tax fraud and wire fraud. Obstruction of justice. Bhaskar Savani faces a maximum sentence of 420 years while Arun Savani faces 415 years, bringing the combined potential sentence to 835 years in prison. Their associate Alexandra Ola Radomiak was also convicted and faces up to 40 years in prison. Sentencing is expected in July 2026 in a federal court in Pennsylvania. H-1B visa fraud scheme. One of the central fraud operations involved abuse of the H-1B visa program, which allows US companies to hire skilled foreign workers. Prosecutors said the Savani Group filed fraudulent visa applications to bring foreign workers, many from India, to the United States. Once employed, these workers were allegedly forced to pay illegal fees to the company, return a portion of their salaries as kickbacks, remain dependent on the company for their immigration status. Authorities say the scheme exploited vulnerable migrant workers who feared losing their legal status in the US. $30 million healthcare fraud. The brothers also carried out a massive healthcare fraud targeting Medicaid, a US government health insurance program for low-income individuals. Investigators found that the Savani Group continued billing Medicaid even after their dental practices were removed from the program. They used nominee-owned clinics and other dentist identification numbers to submit claims. Authorities estimate the scheme generated over $30 million in fraudulent claims, making it one of the largest Medicaid fraud operations in the region. Unapproved dental implants and tax fraud. The case also exposed disturbing medical misconduct. Prosecutors said the brothers implanted prototype dental devices labeled not for human use into patients without their knowledge. The devices had been cleared by the US Food and Drug Administration. In addition, investigators uncovered a tax and wire fraud scheme in which the brothers failed to report about $1.6 million in personal income, hid $1.1 million in employee earnings, disguised personal expenses including tuition and property taxes as business cost. The broader investigation. The case is part of a wider crackdown by the United States Department of Justice on fraud involving immigration programs and taxpayers-funded healthcare systems. Several other individuals linked to the Savani group were also convicted in connection with the conspiracy. Authorities say the case highlights how criminal networks can exploit immigration pathways and public health programs for personal profit while also exploiting foreign workers and patients. Stay tuned with us for more updates. Do like, comment, share, and subscribe the channel.